Hey, it's Great Figure Man here, and today I have for you the Japan release first look mini review video of Bardock. Anyway, let's jump right into it. The Japan release has the plain silver Toei sticker, along with the Tamashii seal of approval. So it's all pretty standard on the box. However, since he is a retail release, he doesn't have the Tamashii web exclusive logo, which is normally printed on the box around the bottom right hand side. But yeah, if we flip it around, we see it's just the usual design, showcasing various accessories, facial expressions, and poses that you can do with him. So yeah, all very standard, which is sweet. So yeah, now that's out of the way, let's slide this bad boy out and check out the accessories that he comes with. Okay, so starting at the top left here, we have his key blast. So it's actually using the recent design which came with the recently released Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegito. So it's got the attachment there which connects strictly to his hand. So that's awesome to see that they're continuing with that trend. Going down the side, we've got the three different faces that he comes with, the facial expressions. Starting with the top one, there's a smirking, smiling face, teeth gritting, and then the screaming face. His default face, if you can kind of see through here, is similar to the first one, mouth closed, but kind of a bit more of a grunting, dissatisfied look on him. So yeah, it's really cool that we've got the three different faces there. And then over on the right hand side, we've got the extra bangs and his ear. So you can actually switch out his scouter for the earpiece, and I believe that's what this second bang set is for, to allow the ear to attach easier. So we'll have a wee look at these different accessories and how you switch these parts out very soon. Anyway, moving down, we've got the different hands. This top hand here has a hole in the back. Not sure if you can see easily here or not, but we'll have a close look soon. But it's got the hole for the key blast. And then, yeah, the different grips and the spread hands as well. And by default, he's got the closed fists. So yeah, that's all the accessories comes with. So let's pop him out of his plastic coffin and get a closer look at Bardock himself. So firstly, I want to say, damn, he looks good. Actually, a lot nicer than I was expecting. I know a common complaint online was actually the shading of green on the armor was too bright. It sort of looked like it was a lime green. But I'm glad to say, in person, it does look a bit darker than what he was looking like in the promo pictures. So that's good. Overall, I feel like the green is actually really nice. I don't really have any complaints about it. I haven't seen the TV special which Bardock appeared in for a long time, so I can't quite remember off the top of my head how accurate it does compare, but just looking at him in person, his aesthetic overall, the colours from the red and his pants and the greens, it matches really well and looks really good. But yeah, I've got a Saiyan Rays on Earth Goku here, just for a size comparison. And yeah, they're basically exactly the same size. Bardock is probably just fractionally taller from the looks of things. And I think that just comes down to the hip joints. It seems like the hip joints that they use is slightly different. But yeah, besides that, essentially father and son are the same size. Hopefully that is coming through pretty well on the camera. So yeah, the finish on Bardock is very nice, and besides the black armor parts here, he's got a matte finish. So yeah, the nice contrast from the shiny parts of the armor and the rest of the green parts is really nice looking on him. His legs as well is a matte finish. The only thing that's a bit disappointing is that his knee caps, the joints that they use in there, isn't doesn't have the same matte finish. It is shiny. So yeah, unfortunately it does kind of stick out a bit like dog's bollocks, but that is, I guess, the yeah, I guess it is just the downside. I guess they use a different plastic for the joints there to be a bit stronger. Or maybe it interferes with the mobility of them if they do give it that different finish. Which is a bit of a shame, but it doesn't really affect the figure overall too much, especially since the armor parts up here are shiny. So yeah, one other thing I've kind of noticed is if you twist the legs a bit, it's kind of hard to see with the light here, sorry, but you kind of get a slight hole there, the gap. So yeah, it definitely seems like this is a newer leg joint system. I don't believe I've seen this before, but yeah, if you're pretty knowledgeable about the different joints that they use on these figures, yeah, please let us know in the comments below what you think about it if you've seen it before. But yeah, its overall flexibility posability is really good. Maybe not quite as good as the recent release Piccolo, but it definitely feels a bit better than the Goku. So actually, give me one moment. Yeah, so I got Goku here. Let's kind of compare. So yeah, I feel like it's pretty similar, isn't it? I think like the Bardock does have slightly better flexibility. I guess it's due to the new joint system. So one of the interesting parts is how they actually assembled the head, because you can switch out the scouter for his ear. It's really small and kind of hard to see. So I've got the tweezers here. So it's actually two little wee what would be plug sockets joints. Man, what? Peg is the word I was thinking of. Man. So yeah, it's got two pegs on it, and one goes into his face and one into the back of his head. So what I'll do, I'll pop his head apart, and that way we can kind of see how all this goes together. Okay, so we've got everything apart now. I'm looking at the head. There's got 1, 2, 3, 4 peg holes and a fifth one down the side here, and this is for the scouter or ear to go into. So looking at the scouter, there's 1, 2 very small pegs on there. And then on his face, there's one right on the side there, and that's where one peg goes into here and one into the back of the head. It's a bit fiddly, but it holds in really well, so you don't have to worry about falling off when you've got the figure posed. The headband goes on top of the head, so these parts go together. And then you've got the scouter or ear, slots in, bringing everything together, and then this goes in as one whole unit into the head, and then the bang on top. So overall pretty simple, and it works really well. I know on the earlier Vegeta figures that have a scouter, they can come off really easy. It's kind of fiddly and it's easy to lose. So as long as you're not taking the head on and off all the time, you shouldn't have any issues about losing it. Okay, so we've got the Ki Blast here, and it's got the peg on the bottom, which is really cool. And then we've got his hand here, and it's got a half a circle, I guess, with a flat end. So this just pops in easily, and there we go. So it's held on there, nice and snug and tight, so you won't lose it. So much easier than the old style of just having to wrap his hands around the Ki Blasts. But yeah, this looks really good. Quick and easy pop on and off. Okay, so we've got a close up here of the hand attached to the Ki Blast. Okay, next we'll have a look at the extra faces that he comes with. Starting with the smirking face. Smiling one, there we go. So the details are really nice, the lines are good, his scar looks really good as well. Next we have the teeth gritting face there. Again, you can probably see it a bit easier now, the peg hole on the side of the face where his ear will pop into. And last but not least, his screaming face. There we go, that should be in focus. And here we have him with his ear attached. So yeah, it goes on seamlessly, it looks really good when it's on the body. So let's chuck it on now, and that way we can compare with his scouter and ear face. Okay, so we've got the head changed here, and you can see the ear looks really good. So if you're going to pose with a scouter or ear, either way he's going to look like a solid figure in your collection and on your shelf. So yeah, I think that is it. Being a retail release, he is pretty low on the number of accessories he comes with, but I do feel like he is a must-buy for any collector. He's Goku's father, pretty iconic character. They went up against Frieza in his special. Overall, everyone really likes him, so that's a bonus. And secondly, he's just an awesome looking figure, and the accessories he does come with, the changeable ear, scouter, his Ki Blast hand, it all looks really good. So yeah, please let me know what you think below in the comments, and you can check out extra photos of Bardock on my Instagram page, which is also linked below in the description. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and please do like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with future video releases.